Welcome back, everybody. We are here on the Now Morning Show having a great time, and we are keeping it on trend with the youth. So the 4th of July is a big day to look forward to. And no, I'm not speaking about the Independence Day of the United States. I'm speaking about Caricom Day. And it's something that we celebrate every year here in the Caribbean. And it commemorates the signing of the Chaguaramas Treaty. And with me this morning to chat about that and to chat about what the youth are doing with regard to Caricom Day, it's Renee Atwell, who is the Caricom Youth Ambassador. We also have Kaleem Ali, who's a Deputy Caricom Youth Ambassador. Good morning to my guests and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for being with us. So before we jump into what the CYIP is doing, let's find out, because some of the viewers wouldn't know, what is the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program? Renee.
Okay, so the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program is really a mechanism by Caricom to get young persons involved in the integration movement. So we are basically responsible for, one, educating young persons on Caricom and the integration movement, and also, two, bringing the issues of young persons to the attention of decision makers at the regional level. So we simply ensure that youth voices are heard at the regional level when it comes to the development of policy that touch and concern young persons throughout the region.
Kaleem, as a young person, what do you think is the importance of the integration?
You know, I think when we look at the Caribbean and the structure of the Caribbean, integration really is what sets the region apart. You know, that common culture, the common history that we have, and that ability to work together and to collaborate. I see the value in integration, given that as small island developing states, if we stand in isolation, we are less likely to be heard or less likely to be given equal opportunity on the international platform. So really collaborating and consolidating as one regional voice or one regional authority primes us and puts us into a better position where we can negotiate you know, on a fair, on an equitable basis with these larger international countries that have more economic power than us. And then also allows the Caribbean to deal with issues on a larger basis, on a faster basis, because of the opportunity to access resources and share information with each other.
Now, Renee, when it comes to governance and the youth ambassador programs, there's the TT Youth Ambassador Program, there's the Caricom Youth Ambassador Program, and they have their place and purpose. Do you believe, though, that the voice of the youth is heard enough by the powers that be as pertains to, you know, what are the issues youth focuses on the most when it comes to good governance?
Well, we would always have the issue of youth tokenism, which is definitely an issue that continues to affect us, not only within the region, but also throughout the wider world. And I do think that more definitely can be done for the inclusion of young persons when it comes to leadership and decision-making. Many times we're often offered opportunities just to say that we have young persons involved, but there is not that meaningful connection with young persons. And so as youth advocates and activists, Kaleem and myself, we both continue to work hard to try to ensure that we create spaces and we create opportunities for young persons to actually have a meaningful say and to really have that impact when it comes to the creation of policy that will ultimately affect us as young persons throughout the region.
Kaleem, why do you think there's so much resistance by the elders, let's call them, to have young people involved in a more meaningful way and in a way that can actually allow the voice of young people and the ideas of young people to be put forward and acted upon?
You know, that's a great question. And I think it really does come down to that age difference. I think older persons tend to have this perception, particularly in Trinidad and Tobago, that young people don't do anything. They just sit there. But in reality, when we look at the work that young people are doing across the region and right here in Trinidad and Tobago, we see that young people have the voice. We see that young people have the answers. But those voices and those answers tend to fall on deaf ears just due to our overall unwillingness, because there's this misconception and perception that age is akin to maturity or age is equal to ability. And, you know, that's really not the case. As young people, we have just as much power, just as much say. You know, for the region, 60% of the region population falls below the 30 age demographic. And it always makes me wonder, when I look at these older persons who continue to exclude young people from the narrative. You know, at one point you were a young person, you would have wanted opportunities, you would have wanted to be heard. Why is it that now when you are in the position to empower those who come after you, you continue to perpetuate the same cycle that would have directly disadvantaged you?
Very true, very true. And that is a big question that still needs to be answered. So let's get into what is happening for Caricom Day itself. What is the CYAP doing with regard to Caricom Day, its commemoration, and to continue with the education process as is a part of your organization's agenda?
Okay, so for many years, we as Trinidad and Tobago Caricom Youth Ambassadors and even the CYAs throughout the region have realized that the 4th of July often goes unnoticed. You know, we usually associate that day with, you know, large celebrations in the US and whatnot, but we're really using this opportunity to share the word that the 4th of July is indeed a big celebration within the region. You know, Caricom and the regional integration movement is something that we should be proud of. While we do have a long way to go, we have accomplished quite a lot, and definitely we want to ensure that young persons are on board. So we've partnered with quite a number of youth organizations, and we're so grateful for the support that we have been receiving from the Trinidad Youth Council, the Tobago Youth Council, organizations like TTYA and USTAT have partnered with us to implement a week of activities. And I'll hand it over to Kaleem to go into some of the activities that we have planned for Caricom Day and Week.
Okay,
right. So Kaleem, we have about 2 minutes, so we just need to make it a little quick.
There's no problem. So, you know, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to break into the Twitter space scene. So something that we're very much looking forward to hosting on Twitter Spaces, for example, is Carnival, Caricom Carnival, where we're going to, you know, have important conversations on Caricom, the work that the CYAP is doing, but also kind of blend that in with some talent from across the region and showcasing the music of the region, noting that, you know, our target audience at the end of the day is youth. So that's going to, you know, really draw traction. We're planning to implement as well as an awareness and visibility campaign for July the 4th called I Am Caricom, whereby young persons from across the region will be encouraged to come and step forward and, you know, speak to something about Caricom. How does Caricom affect your life? How does it impact you? What do you want to see for Caricom? We have a couple of games nights that we're planning on Get to Know Your CYAs. We're hoping to get some ministerial involvement and really put young people in touch with the decision makers. So it really is, yes, a celebration of Caricom and a celebration of young people, but it also is a mechanism and a tool by which we seek to directly and indirectly empower and elevate young people.
Wonderful. And with that, that's all we have time for this morning. So I want to say thank you so much to both my guests, Renee Atwell, Caricom Youth Ambassador, Kaleem Ali, Deputy Caricom Youth Ambassador, for joining us this morning and continue the great work that the CYAP continues to do and to, you know, at least help to give youth a voice in Caricom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Have a great morning and stay safe.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, take care. All right, we're going to take a break with that one, and we have much more coming up on the program right here on the Now Morning Show. So many issues to discuss, and we're going to have some talent later on as well. So stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the Now Morning Show.